From a solid sphere of mass capital M and radius capital R, a spherical portion of radius r by 2 is removed as shown in the figure. Taking gravitational potential V is equal to 0 at r is equal to infinity, the potential at the center of the cavity thus formed is capital G is equal to gravitational constant. Solution. So in the question, a sphere of radius capital R is given, sphere of radius capital R, from which a small sphere of radius equal to R divided by 2. This is R by 2. A small sphere of radius R by 2 is removed. So this we can assume as it is a combination of a sphere of radius capital R, solid sphere of radius capital R, plus a removed portion. It is also a sphere of radius R divided by 2. The given diagram in the question is equal to combination of two spheres. First of all, here for the complete sphere, we know that gravitational potential at any point inside a solid sphere minus capital G capital M divided by R into 3 by 2 minus small r square divided by 2 into capital R square, where capital R is a point, capital R is the distance from the center of the sphere inside, at any point inside the sphere. Now for the complete sphere, V1 is equal to minus Gm by capital R into 3 by 2 minus, here small r is equal to capital R by 2, R square divided by 8 R square. So R square cancel. That implies V1 is equal to minus Gm by R into 3 by 2 minus 1 by 8. So that is equal to minus, the LCM is 8, outside quantity no change, Gm by R into 8, 8 by 2 4, 4 3 is 12, 12 minus 1 11. So this is the V1, that is at a point, at this point potential due to a complete sphere. Next, potential at the same point due to removed portion. Let us first assume that mass of the complete sphere is given m. This we assumed as m dash. So for total volume 4 by 3 pi r cube, mass of the sphere is given m. Therefore mass per unit volume, so mass per unit volume we can take it as rho is equal to m divided by 4 by 3 pi r cube, or mass of removed portion m dash is equal to mass per unit volume into volume of the removed portion, 4 by 3 pi, r is r by 2 cube. See here 4 pi by 3 cancel, here r cube cancel, then m by 2 cube remaining, that is m divided by 8, mass of the removed portion. Potential at the center of removed portion, T2 is equal to minus 3 by 2 G m dash by r dash, that is equal to minus 3 by 2 G m dash is equal to minus m by 8 divided by r by 2. So why we can take minus sign here? This amount of mass is removed. That's why you can take it as minus. So in this case, observe here. So this 2 cancel, and what is remaining? 3 by 8 gm by 2, that is equal to 3 gm by 8. Now net potential. Therefore, net potential V is equal to V1 plus V2, that is equal to 3 by 8 gm by r minus V1 is 11 by 8, 11 by 8 gm by r. So that is equal to gm by r is taken as common. 3 minus 11 minus 8, minus 8 by 8. So 1 minus 1. Our answer is minus gm by r. This is the potential at this point, that is at the center of the removed portion. Gravitational potential at the center of the removed portion, V is equal to minus gm by r. Assuming that the earth is a sphere of radius capital R with uniform density, the distance from its center at which the acceleration due to gravity is equal to g by 3. G is the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of earth is. We know that Gd is equal to G into 1 minus d by r, where at a particular depth from the surface, Gd is given as G by 3. So therefore, G by 3 is equal to G into 1 minus d by r. G cancel. So d by r is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3, that is 2 by 3, 2 by 3, or that implies d is equal to 2r by 3. D is the depth from the surface. But here distance from the center. Distance, therefore, distance from the center is equal to r minus 2r by 3. So that is equal to, our answer is r by 3. So at a distance r by 3 from the center of earth, acceleration due to gravity becomes g by 3. Calculate the acceleration due to gravity on the surface of a pulsar of mass capital M is equal to 1.98 into 10 power 30 kg and radius r is equal to 12 kilometers, rotating with time period capital T is equal to 0.041 seconds, where G is equal to 6.67 into 10 power 11 mks. Solution. We know that small g is equal to gm by r square, that is equal to 6.67 into 10 power minus 11. Mass is given as 1.98 into 10 power 30 kg. Radius is given 12 kilometers. So 12 into 10 cube whole square, that is equal to 6.67 into 1.98 divided by 12 square, 144 into 10 power 30, 10 power minus 11, minus 19 remaining. Here 10 power 6, 10 power 19 numerator, 10 power 6 denominator, so that 10 power 13 remaining. This value 0.092 into 10 power 13 or 9.2 into 10 power 11 meter per second square. The maximum vertical distance through which a fully dressed astronaut can jump on the earth is 0.5 meter. If mean density of the moon is 2/3 that of the earth, the radius is 1/4 that of the earth. The maximum vertical distance through which he can jump on the moon, and the ratio of time duration of jump on the moon to that on the earth are. We know that acceleration due to gravity small g is equal to 4 by 3 pi r d g, where d density, g gravitational constant, r radius. That implies small g is directly proportional to r into d, or gm divided by gm stands for moon, e stands for earth, is equal to REDE divided by, sorry, RMDM divided by REDE. So as per the question, RM is given RE by 4 and DM is given 2/3 of DE. These are given in the question. So given. Therefore, Gm divided by Ge is equal to Rm. So Re by 4 to Dm, 2 by 3 De into 1 divided by Re De denominator as it is. So Re cancel, De cancel, 2 1s are 2 2s are, so 1 by 6, 1 divided by 6, or Gm is equal to, that implies Gm is equal to Ge divided by 6. Also, we know that G is inversely proportional to height. When height increases, acceleration due to gravity decreases. Therefore, Gm by Ge can be written as He by Hm, or that implies Gm is Ge by 6, Ge by 6, Ge is equal to He is given in the question on earth 0.5 meters divided by Hm. So Ge cancel, that implies Hm is equal to 0.5 into 6, that is equal to 3 meters. So on earth, astronaut can jump up to 0.35 meters, but on moon he can jump up to 3 meters. But times ratio Te by Tm is equal to, we know that time of ascent or time of descent is equal to 2h by g, 2h by g, square root of 2h by g. So 2 constant, and we can write it here, square root of He by Hm into Gm divided by Ge, times ratio. That implies Te by Tm is equal to square root of 0.5 by 3 into G by 6 into Ge. So Ge cancel here, that is equal to 0.5 is 1 by 2, so 1 by 2 6, 6 6, that is 1 by 6, 6 6 36, under root of 36 is 6, so 1 is to 6, or Tm is to Te is equal to 6 is to 1. The ratio of the radii of planets A and B is k1, and ratio of the accelerations due to gravity on them is k2. The ratio of escape velocities from them will be. Solution. We know that escape velocity Ve is equal to square root of 2gr, or V1 by V2 is equal to square root of G1 by G2 into R1 by R2. So in the question, G1 by G2 is given K2, R1 by R2 is given K1. So therefore that is the answer. A body of mass m is situated at a distance 4 RE above the Earth's surface, where RE is the radius of the Earth. How much minimum energy be given to the body so that it may escape? Solution: at a height h is equal to 4r from the surface of the ground, from the surface of the earth, gravitational potential energy minus gmm divided by 4r plus r, that is equal to minus gmm divided by 5r. General formula: at a particular height h, u is equal to minus gmm by r plus h. H is 4r here. So minimum energy required to escape the body from that height, minimum energy required is equal to capital G, capital M, small m divided by 5r. Whatever the potential energy is there at that particular height, that itself is the energy required to project the body to enter into the space. R from small g is equal to gm by r square. We can write it as gm by r is equal to small g into r. So therefore energy required E is equal to gm by capital R is gr. So mgr by 5 is our answer. Given that mass of the earth is capital M and its radius is capital R, the body is dropped from a height equal to the radius of the earth. When it reaches the ground, its velocity will be. Solution: when a body is dropped from certain height, it is assumed as a earth of radius capital R and mass capital M, and now a body of mass small m is dropped from a height h is equal to r. Then its velocity just before touching the ground. So for freely falling body, initial velocity 0. According to the, let us take here A, and this point is assumed as B. According to the law of conservation of energy, total energy at capital A must be equal to total energy at capital B. At capital A, potential energy is minus gmm divided by r plus r is equal to plus 0, kinetic energy 0, that is equal to, on the surface of the earth, minus gmm divided by r plus kinetic energy half mv square. So in all the terms, small m cancel, and minus gm divided by 2r is equal to minus gm by r plus v square by 2, or v square by 2 is equal to gm by r minus gm by 2r, that is equal to gm by r. If gm by r is taken as common, 1 minus 1 by 2, that is 2. So we can write it as 2r. This is v square by 2, or v square is equal to, so here 2 cancel, v square is equal to gm by r, or v is equal to square root of gm divided by r.